Today we are going to make an animation of a small boat floating. First, we open our blender, and the old rules are hidden. ES key off, A key select, S key delete. When the mouse moves, it looks like it's on the right key. Let's put a reference picture here. Let's go to the image editor. Then I'll find a small boat. We don't necessarily have to do loud gas. Just look good. The important thing is to make it float. Make it look like a floating animation. Let's take a look at its structure. Let's drag the box. Shift A. Create a plane. The box is a little hard to control. After creating a plane, SY, drag it a little longer. At this time, the edit mode is not visible. Press R, roll up, slide out, add some circular edges, then left key to confirm, right key to cancel. So we added some circular edges, then we yes, a little bit of control. Let's see what our boat looks like. Fat and thin. Let's control it. Let's take a look. Select the 2S. We just have to adjust to a suitable position. Front is still a little hard. Let's slide a little bit. This is what it looks like. Let's make it a little smaller. Okay, let's take a look. It's a little interesting. Select all. I put it down. Hey, attention here. Let's make it smaller, but it can't be too small. Let's make SY a little longer. Let's see if there is a boat shape. That's the feeling. After the shape is there, let's press R. No need to press R. No need. Let's just press R plus one line. Let's take a look at the shape. Here. The whole head. Press shift and select these 2 points. Let's make S a little bigger. Select this curve. Curve plus B. Add a corner. It's almost this big. Very human. We don't need the face anymore. Select text to delete the face. So we'll leave it like this. But here I found that it's a little problematic. Let's take a look at the transparent mode. We need to merge these 2 points. Let's select them. M to the center. Let's take a look again. You just said that there were some small problems. Actually, it's not a big problem. To keep our curve, press C to restore it. We can't let them do it. Let's select these 2 points. S to the big one. That's enough. This way we keep our curve. Let's select it. Let's press out T. But when we squeeze it out, we find that it's a little problematic. So we withdraw. Press Z to withdraw. Let's change another way. Let's press the P key directly. Separate selection. So they're separated. We can see that. Let's change press A here. Let's add a modifier to it. Add a physical modifier. Let's set RO as the main. Let's make it a little thicker. It's almost as thick as this. Almost. Let's apply it. That's how we get this shape. This boat is too thin. Let's make it thicker. Select our boat and press A. All changes. Let's see. Again. Jeezy, put it down a little. Let's add a physical modifier to it. We don't need to add one here. Let's try one. One is this direction. 0 is to directions. We need to pay attention to this. Let's make it evenly thick. Let's apply it directly. So we have a model of our boat. This style is pretty good. I want to keep it. I don't want it to be round. Let's see. Let's select this side. Move it up. Make it a little higher. We don't need to make it higher. Let's make it here. Why do we make it higher? We just want to make sure. Position of our boat's head. We can even make it more fun. I'll squeeze it out again. G. R. S. Easy, put it down. I'll drag it forward. It's easier to recognize. Alright. Let's select this square. Let's take a look. Select these edges to make it easier for us to choose. We select the object. Let's show it separately. We've taught in the last class. Select these faces. And now, select these edges. I made a mistake. I made a mistake. Let me see. And these edges. These 4 edges also need to be selected. At this time, we just need to... Oh, no. We also need to select here. And here. Be careful not to miss the options. After selecting these edges, we just need to press CT or LB. To add a corner, add a new edge in the middle. Just slide it around. It will look better at this time. We press CT or LB to restore it. Also, we select a corner. Here too. The same below. It's convenient for us to observe CT or LB. Let me see. Just add it here. CT or LB. Add a corner. Let's restore it and make it convenient for us to observe the front. We still need to add some small details. For example, the wooden pole in the middle can be used as a person. We need to create a cube. SC make it flat. The top image, SY, GY. No, SC make it flat. Doesn't look like an edge. It's CT or LB. But here, we find that the corner is a problem. What should we do? We just need to CT or LA. Change it all. After the position information is clear, CT or LB will be fine. At this time, the first pole is done. Let's put it in. Also, we copy one of the SHIFT, D, and Y. It should be 2. S index. Make it longer. Put it in. These are the 2 poles. Also, we need 2 poles at the back. Copy the SHIFT, D, and Y. But what's the problem here? It's too long. It's easy to adjust. We can choose one. S index. Copy it. S index. Copy it. Try not to spit it out. Let's see what else there is. I also need a legend. This legend is also very simple. The thing we fry knows how to do. It's the same as that. We just need to think about it. Use a plane to squeeze the thickness. It depends on whether our pole is flat or flat. It's simple. If it's round, it's more complicated. Let's see. Let's make a top view. Let's make a top view. S and Y. Make it longer. Type in edit mode. Add a loop. Add another loop. JMK bit a little bit, as this should be the search. That's about it. Press R. Press R. and slide two loops up and down. Then we choose this end. Squeeze it up. That's right. Let's squeeze the thickness. Squeeze it up. Let's squeeze it. Squeeze it up. Let's see how it looks. Do we need to adjust it? There's a way to do it. Add a loop. Add a surface loop. Type in edit mode. I need to add a loop here. Add a second loop. Right click. Edit mode. That's about it. That's enough. Crethy. Change it all. Let's make it smaller. That's about it. Just make it more appropriate. Let's think of a way to put it in. I don't want it to show up. Right click. Let's turn the setting source to the... This source is at hour. You can put it in the center when you put it in. Let's find a suitable position. Let it slide down. Enter the preview. Look at R. Rotate. Now put it in this position. Let's see if it's in the right position. It's obvious that the position is right. It's still wrong. Turn on the preview mode. But here, let's put another one. One is a bit too lonely. Let's put another one. Set it to D. Reset. Right click. Rotate. I rotate it. Let's see what position is appropriate. Put it here. I rotate it. Bring it up. Enter the preview. Let's see if it's in the right position. Let's put it up like this. 2 previews. 1 round trip. 1 small trip. What round trip? A small wooden slide. Let's do it. But there are some small gaps here. Let's solve it. S, X. Let's see. Let's look around. And let's solve the other parts. Let's select all the problems. Creth. A. Change it all. Let it be in the right position. Be sure to do this step. Many small problems are caused by this. Many students will also go to the group and ask me this question. I will tell them this is the reason. Because our location and formation has changed. So no matter if we are mirror image, how solidification or cornering, it's all related to your location information. So we can make sure that it won't be wrong after we clear it. I won't say more about this. So let's take a look at it again. Let me see what else is missing. Nothing is missing. In the case that nothing is missing, we will use it according to this model. GZ put it down. Of course, this 33 component is not convenient for us to use, but we can make a small adjustment to it. There are several styles here. We can make different animations in different styles. So, this style has a lot to do with the material. So this course is focused on animation. So we still focus on the material. Don't do the complicated things. Let's choose all the objects first. Let's see if we need to put up and down the material separately. Let's take a look at the rendering. It doesn't look very comfortable. Let me adjust it. We still use our EV sensor because many students have limited computers. I don't use Cycles. Of course, Cycles has a better effect, but the EV sensor can make your computer completely acceptable to animation. Let's adjust it to 1024. Let's open the environment light cover. Hot. I want to set it to 2. It looks normal. Let's go back to 0.2. It doesn't work at all. So let's set it to 2. It looks much better. Let's turn on the backlight. Let it light up a little bit. Let's turn on the backlight. Let's turn on the backlight. Click on the shadow. After finding the shadow, let's adjust it to 4096. Let me check it again. It looks very cool. At this time, we have to think about this ship. Of course, we don't use wood material for it. You can use wood material. It's not impossible. The overall picture still needs to be simplified. So, let's try it first. Let's give it a yellow color. Let's give it a color. Let's see what color is good. Yellow ship. How about it? Take a look. Let's change the name to blue. Because of the sea, I still want it to float. I still want to give it a blue color. Give it a blue color. What about these 2 ships? We can give it a color that is closer to the cold color. The cold color doesn't look good. I think blue is better. Interesting. Let's use orange as the main color. Let me try. Let's build these 2 pieces of wood. Let's choose a piece of wood. Build a material. Let's give it the same color. I want to separate it from this color. I want it to be a little darker. It means that I'm a writer. I can't mess it up. Let's take a look. I'll use a lighter color in the middle. I'll build a material in the middle. I don't want this. I'll give it a new one. It's better to be a little darker. I think this blue is more suitable. I'll try to change this ship to this color. It's not bad. The small ship is almost ready. We actually have a very simple material. Let's focus on our animation. This time, I used 2 different ways of switching. I'll tell you all about it. Because if you want to make another water surface, you can do it. Forget it. I'll tell you both. I'll choose all the objects first. Crethe all changes. Then Creth G merge. But I found a problem when I was merging. His modifier is gone. What should I do? What's the reason at this time? Other things don't have a modifier. They do. So we need to apply it. Let's see if there are many faces. Not much. Just apply it. After applying it, it will be stretched out according to the look of the modifier. But in general, our faces are still enough. Very few, because most of our faces are going to stay on our water surface. This water surface with our small ship. The feeling of dragging and dragging. At this time, Creth G merge. It becomes an object. Look at the editor mode. It becomes an object. At this time, let's teach you another thing. Name it. Small ship. I gave it a name. At this time, I hide it. I don't care about it. Here I also give it a merge area. It is good. we will mainly talk about two different surfaces with different materials. That is, the floating feeling of floating on the water surface. At this time, I don't use this boat. Let's close it first, and I use the second method. Let's talk about the first one first. I'm afraid that everyone will use it, so I'll shift A. Create a wind tunnel. SN, large sum. SC, it has to be flatter. Breath. All changes. We choose this surface. Choose this surface above. It's convenient for everyone to observe. Choose this surface above. Then enter one of our material data. Here, create a new top group. Click on the order. In this way, I have made an order to the top group. Right-click, select. How many layers more? Let's select another layer. It's enough to have so much. It's enough to have so much. I've also ordered the group. Then I don't need to take care of it too much. Shift A. I create another plane. Put GZ above. At this time, we add a surface modifier. It's a bit big. Let's make it smaller. As for the shrink, it says shrink. I've talked about this many times. Let's take a look at our surface. After creating the surface, we use the time control to hit the keyframe. Then it can move. It's very simple here. We just need to be in the position of 0. I'm here. In the position of the first frame. I click on it. When it reaches 200 frames, I enter 15. I click on it again. Let's take a look. There is a problem here. This is not right. So, we choose these two keyframes, A key. Select all keyframes V. Click on the time, and we play again. It's slow. No problem. In the case of no problem, we can add the first shrink effect to it. Click on our box. Choose a shrink. Find a projection. We directly apply it to the surface. Open the Z-axis. A target. We choose the sun. But we found that this is not right. And we select the group we just selected. So... it's not big. We turn off the sun. Cancel. Projection. This small camera is canceling the projection. Then we play again. We can get a box. There is a sun effect on it. On the right, we can see that there will be such a situation. And we find the projection here. Automatic smooth. This will solve the problem perfectly. After we have solved the box's sun effect. Next is our material. Enter our rendering mode. Here we open our world scene. Enter our little earth. This icon. Yellow dot. Environment texture. Open our HDR. Find a green. White cloud. Here. This is good. Open. We will focus on this view. We can see that it is not transparent. Because it is more difficult to make it transparent in the 1D monitor. We need to enter our sensor interface. We build a material. After building, what we need to do is pull the highlight, reduce the operation, and it will have a transparent feeling, right? But it is not completely transparent. We need to open this transparent shot. It will have a feeling of water. But I want it to be a little blue. Just a little bit. Don't give too much. I have a feeling of water, but it is not clear. Not right. I want to. This is definitely not okay. Let's go into the sensor interface. I adjust it again. Let's pop out a button. Find our tool. Find our option. Let's change the non-transparator to alpha. Alpha mixed. This is better. Alpha mixed. Then, let's change the shadow mode to none. And let's set the screen space. We found that the screen space is a little problematic. we choose one of our rendering properties. Find our screen space. Click the shot. This is much better. Let's play and see. There is a feeling of a small river. This is the first method. We can't use it. We use the second method, because this is not taught in this case. Let's extend it to X. Come back. Leave the HDR. And let's go into the sensor mode. Open our screen. Zoom in. Zoom in a little. Open the small boat. Where is the boat? The boat is here. I need to put the yang side GZ down. Almost in this position. Easy, put it on top. Let it wrap my little boat. At this time, we can make the yang side a little bigger. Just make it a little bigger. Choose the boat and click. It will return to its place. We can observe at this time. This HDR is a bit too bright. Let's give it a strength of 0.5. 0.5 almost. But this color is wrong. Let's change the HDR. Let's adjust it to 1. Change 1. And blue one. This one. I find a blue one. This one is a little blue. Then at HDR, I give it a 0.7. This is too bright. 0.7 is just right. Choose our yang side. Let's give it a material. Here I use a very, very light blue. Just use a light blue. Almost. Easy, adjust the direction of our boat. It's almost this high. It's wrong if it's too high. How to let yang side play at the same time. Let the boat float with it. How to do. Easy to do. Let's go back to the first frame and choose our little boat. At this time, we need to add something to it. Don't choose this lock anymore. This lock is not good. We use the object constraint. Click on one of our locks. This is good. That is not good. Then choose our plane. After choosing the plane, let's adjust its distance. Don't go to high. 0 is good. It's on the plane. Let's take a look. Next, adjust our yang side. Give it a color. Let's see if it's dark or light. Light is good. Let's adjust its color. Adjust. This blue. Let me see. Reduce the highlight. Increase the operation. It feels like that. It feels like that. Let's close it. It's really good. We have successfully made this animation. It's very simple. We didn't even use Google this time. However, we can try it by ourselves. According to the way of bounding the bones of the previous class, it can also have an effect of turning left and right. We will focus on this case here. Let's use it well. Almost done. Let's move on to the final adjustment. We know its principle. Delete the X key. We don't need it. Then we use the method just now. Shift-A. Open here. Shift-A. Create a cube. Let's enlarge it. S, Z. Smaller. Press A. All changes. Select this model. Right-click. Select the top group. Set right-click. Select. After the selection, we will give it right-click. Automatic smooth. Shift-A. Create a plane. Here, put cheesy up. Add a yang face at Rebutte. 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 It becomes bigger. Let's shrink it a little. Let's put it down. That's it. That's it. Put it down. Hide the ship. Here. Put a yang face at Rebutte. Put a yang face at Rebutte. When it reaches 200, put a 15. You can try it. See. Put a yang face at Rebutte. Elect all key. Right click. After this, go back to the position of the first attribute. Select our box. Add a search. The target is it. Tilt. Z-axis. Find our top group. It's the group we just set up. At this time, we can hide the flat surface. No need. Click our ship. Ship is inside. Put GZ up. Put it on the first position. Tilt. Look at GZ. Put it up. That's about it. Let's add the second lock. Put GZ up again. Let's add the second lock. Here, the lock has a physical attribute. The target is it. Put it down. I think it's too monotonous here. It's not fun. It's very hard to play. Here, I add an empty object. Add a cube-shaped empty object. Tilt. GZ let S go to the top group. Lock this ship. Top group. S, X lock it. After locking it, we select the ship. And then our empty object. CTRLP. The object is remote. It's the target. We can control the direction of the ship. At this time, we need to click the needle. Because my surface has been clicked, we just need to control this thing, or Y like this. Let it be like this. In the position of our first needle, in this position, our Y is here. In order to make it easier for everyone to learn, we can press the N key to pull out the sidebar. Lock the X-axis. Lock the Z-axis. Only leave the Y-axis. In this place, the I key can insert a key needle. Open the Z-axis. Then we turn on. In the position of the first needle, go back to it. The seventh needle, go back to it. Put it here. Here. Come back to it. Play it. It's too fast. We select all keys. S, make it longer. We select these keys. Select them. Press S. HIFTE. Rotate. It doesn't rotate well. Why? Let me tell you. This is because our first needle. Let me move it a little. Select the first needle, SHIFTD. Put it in this position. Let me see. It's very comfortable to rotate like this. Press HIFTE. It feels great. At this time, let's add an infinite background. Create a circle. This circle here. We can give it 8 points. It's enlarge. Turn off the automatic insertion. We don't need it. Delete the cookie. Stop the edit mode. Combine this circle. GZ, ES. Enlarge. GZ, S. It looks like this. Turn off the transparent view. Let's enlarge it. Right click. Smooth roll. 360 degrees. Let's take a look. There is no big problem. Let's go back to our rendering perspective again. Here I give it a... Wait. I'll put it a little lower. GZ. I'm going to add a color to the face. The blue one just now. Then, make it a little lighter. Make it brighter. In this way, we have a distinction between the hole and it. Then select the background and create another blue. Select this blue. At this blue, we give it a value of 0 high light full operation. Let's take a look. GZ put it up. Almost. This position is just right. Let's cancel this side. Let's take a look. Put more. That's what it means. At this time, let's take a look at the background. Do you want to adjust it again? Light color, a little darker or a little lighter. Change the color to see if it looks good. Obviously, it doesn't look very good. Not good. I'll go back to it. Adjust a color that is a little green. Try to distinguish it. In this way. I'll teach you how to make it transparent. There is also a demonstration here. Thinner style still needs to be unified here. I won't make it transparent for the time being. Let's show it out in the next class. That's all for this class.
Thanks for watching.